How's it going, guys? Today we're proud to announce the start of a new series of offerings that we're bringing to the table to better serve you guys, our customers. Starting off immediately, we'll be adding various patrol tools and gear to the site so you can get your kit together while also getting some of the best nylon gear out there. This started out a while back when I learned early on as a boot that we had to go to the PX or the MCX to source our own gear before going out the field instead of just being issued these items. Now the PX did an okay job at some of these, but it never felt like a really well curated list, and at times it was just really cheap offerings. So over the past few years, while we've reviewed how to best serve professional end users, we looked back to those poor experiences and decided we could do something about it. So we're now proud to offer a curated list of products that not only are high quality, reliable, and necessary, but are also items we have personally used ourselves or others around us have, and we can personally vouch for these items, their importance, and their reliability. These are already loaded up on the site at the time of the uploading, and we'll be going over each of these items in follow-on videos over the next few days, and we'll give you the total rundown on each of these items in those videos. With that said, we're gonna go from right to left, or your left to right, and we're gonna start off with Princeton Tech. Princeton Tech produces fantastic headlamps and helmet lights, and they're best known for their helmet lights like the Switch and the Charge X. These mainly get mounted to helmet rails on OpsCore arc rails, but they also come with a bunch of other mounts to use these in other niche ways. I've been using the Switch myself for years, and it is very necessary for reading maps or any documents during night where you can use a red light or a white light without compromising yourself. And both come with blue and green lights as well that are programmed in now on these newer variants. Early on I had the one that had the thinner neck, and now these newer ones have a much thicker neck here, so they're not gonna snap or fray or anything else like that. So they've only gotten better since I've used them. The Princeton Tech Remix is a sturdy and straightforward headlamp with a first press red lens, both low and high, as well as a low white and a high bright white as well. I didn't have this exact version. I had earlier versions that were pretty used. Their band was all sweaty and stuff, but they still work to this day, and they work fantastic, and I think you'll enjoy them as just a really bare bones, straightforward, easy to use headlamp out in the field. On the trend of lights, the Surefire G2X Pro has been a mainstay in our kit. It's simple, affordable, durable. It's a solid handheld light. Handheld lights are often overlooked in the infantry as weapons and often helmets have lights. But that said, sometimes you need a powerful flashlight where you can't point your weapon at the task and your helmet light or your headlamp is just not powerful enough to fully illuminate the needed area. These really come in handy during night ranges when you're clearing people out or doing anything else at night that's a bit more administrative or you can't point your weapon at. So the Surefire G2X Pro has been a mainstay for us, and we think you'll like it too. Unless you're a flashlight nerd and you're really into that stuff, that's not our area of expertise, and so you might find that these don't have the features you want it to, but if you just need a good handheld light to stick in your kit, this is a great option. Moving on to something that you're probably well acquainted with are Right in the Rain notebooks. A mainstay of any professional or infantryman's kit, these are environmentally resistant notebooks that essentially won't get waterlogged or fall apart in the field. Having note-taking gear on you is essential, specifically if you're in a position where you have to deal with a lot of information, numbers, tasks, SOPs and the sort, and you're not going to remember that stuff under stress or out in the field while you're tired and hungry, so these help you do your job a lot better. I have a ton of these, and I have them for different tasks, like a dive guide, comms, administrative, all sorts of stuff like that. So having these helps you remember all that crucial information while you're out there doing the job. Now on to how to take those notes down. And land nav, we're also carrying Saddler map pens and erasers. These are a must for marking down on laminated maps and jotting down notes in the field in your Right in the Rain. Unlike ink pens, these have no issue taking notes in poor conditions, and they double as being able to mark on a laminated map that gets tucked away. The eraser helps remove markings on maps and allows you to do that in a specific spot. You can use sweat and also rubbing alcohol to remove markings on a map. However, these allow you to remove that in a particular spot unlike those other methods that are big broad for wiping off. So if you make a mistake, having an eraser pen is very helpful for a laminated map. But these are a personal favorite for just taking down notes and just carrying one set of pens with me, that I don't have to carry all sorts of different ones for different types of paper and maps. On the note of land nav, we're also carrying map protractors. These are important for using an MGRS map you might be issued, and you can learn how to use these elsewhere, but these are important for using that sort of map, plotting grids and the sort. So you can also get that from us while you're getting all your other administrative items for land nav. Along with the note-taking gear and the sort, having a small waterproofing bag that keeps your more vulnerable printed guides, notes, devices, and the sort is really important. We've relied on these A-lock sacks to do just that. I've had a few of these that have lasted a long time. I use them a lot as an RTO to keep up with comm guides, time windows, frequencies, and the sort, and they kept all that stuff dry and tucked away until it was needed. I've also dived with these and they've held up, and we're offering these in two sizes, the 9x6 and the 8x11. And these are sold as a 2-pack, so these should be able to cover most of those administrative small items that you need to keep tucked away and dry. Going along with the experience-based items, earplugs, not fancy or sexy, but very, very necessary. Like many of you out there who have served, your hearing is awful now. Weirdly enough, I can hear sounds and noise as well, but for whatever reason, I can't make out what people say when there's any interference. And that's probably because I didn't think I needed to wear ear pro in helicopters, planes, or other vehicles. But your hearing is essential, and it's important for situational awareness when you absolutely need it. And these have been fantastic. They're affordable, and they come with a little mini carrying case that can get tucked away. I personally keep mine in my brain pouch for if I ever need it, and that way I'm never caught lacking with that ear pro. And I've found that these work great. They're easy to roll up and tuck in, and you can have a bunch of them so you can stow them in other parts of your kit so they're there when you need them. Lastly, we have the Second Wind medical kit. We'll be going over this in much more detail in a separate video, but we'll go over the why real quick here. The Second Wind medical kit is an IFAK built around the raid pouch and treating traumatic combat injuries. Its contents are based off the March algorithm, and we've selected these items to fit the raid pouch and leave a little bit more room so that you can add other items that you deem necessary. Dudes don't get issued a ton of medical gear, so this exists to fill that deficiency and allow you to put together an IFAK right off the bat if you snag a raid pouch or already have one. That concludes the initial offerings that we have at the time of this video, but that said, we'll have more videos on some of these items going into much more detail very soon. At the end of the day, our goal is to just offer more value to you guys so that the next time that you're picking up any of our kit, you can also use this as an opportunity to snag stuff for your next patrol or deployment and pick up vetted and reliable equipment at one spot. That said, these are up on the site, and if you have any questions, feel free to toss them in the comments down below, DM us on Instagram, or email us at customerservice@shaw-concepts.com. If you'd like to check out our other offerings or just stay up to date with us, check us out at shawconcepts.com or on Instagram, Twitter, or Telegram. Thanks for your time, and go forth and conquer all.